Transients API is an API that allows us to store data for a certain amount of time. You can think of this as a cookie or session, except the data is meant for the server and not the client. It's actually like the Options API, but with an expiration date. Inside the cron function, we're going to need the global WPDB object. Then, we're going to make a query for a recipe ID. We only want to post ID from the posts table. The WPDB object actually provides a post property that contains the name of the posts table. Next, we want to make sure we only grab published posts and posts with the post type of recipe. Lastly, we want to order the results randomly using the rand MySQL function and limit the result to 1. This SQL query actually performs slow. There are a lot of examples out there that will generate a random row faster. However, this query only runs once a day, so it won't really stress our server. Because of that, this query will work just fine for our purposes. The last step is to set the transient. We use a function called set_transient. In the resources section, you'll find a link to the Transients API codex page. This function has 3 parameters. The first is the name of our transient. I'm going to call this r_daily_recipe. The second parameter is the value. This can be anything we want. We don't have to worry about sanitizing this value, as WordPress will sanitize it for us. Lastly, we have to set an expiration time. This recipe should only last for a day. The time must be in seconds. I'm going to pass in 60 times 60 times 24 to generate the amount of seconds in a day. That's it. We now have a random recipe of the day. We'll actually get the same recipe every day since we only have one published recipe. You'll have to reactivate the plugin again for this to take effect.